Hi, this is Spencer from Spencer Colgan as Wallpaper, and I want to show you how to save your wallpaper so that you don't waste your wallpaper. I want you to think about hanging your wallpaper over a doorway, and I want you to think about all of the wallpaper that's going to hang over this doorway that's going to get thrown out if you don't hang this right. Think about hanging that sheet and all of this expensive wallpaper going in the garbage. You don't have to do that. This is Spencer Colgan, and welcome to Spencer Colgan as Wallpaper. So what I want you to do is to just install the wallpaper just around and up to the woodwork. And let's go from there. Let's do it. I already cut the piece, and I already have it ready to be installed. I've marked it T for top so that I can quickly find what goes where, so that I can install it, so that we can move quickly. I've wet it's a pre-pasted wall covering. You wet the back, and you gotta let it shrink a little bit so that it's not shrinking on the wall. Okay, so pushing it into place, and hopefully we won't have a lot of shrinking. If we do, you have to watch your seams as you're installing your paper, in case you got to move them over a hair, and I'm only talking about a hair, but it's possible that you might have to move them over. Okay. Now, I've got the paper in place. Remember, if we did this like an amateur, we would have cut this whole sheet all the way down to the bottom. Watch this. All the way down to the bottom. And all of this void, all of this space in this doorway would be thrown in the garbage. But now look at my dilemma here. Look at this. My next sheet of wallpaper, I've overlapped here an inch. What am I going to do with this? How am I going to fix this? Stay tuned. For those of you who are watching, can you just do me a favor? Indicate in the comment section, what is your favorite dish in the whole world? What is the most delicious dish that you love to order when you go out to eat? I don't care what kind of food it is, please leave a comment. What is your favorite dish? I want to know. I'm developing some really nice friends in the UK, Canada, Europe, South America. It's beautiful. Anyway, I want to know more about you. Tell me what your favorite dish is, if you don't mind. I appreciate you folks like Michael Regan, who watch all of my videos and keep commenting on them. Ellen, thanks for all of the nice comments that you've posted. I'm very grateful to you for doing that. I really am. It feels great to get so many nice compliments from good people. It's a great feeling. Okay, now I've cut the top and the bottom. I have my clean rag, and I'm just going to wipe the glue residue, which is fairly light, but still wipe it off so that it doesn't dry on the surfaces before it dries, please. Okay, wiping it down now. I'm kneading it into place again. I'm looking over my seam, you know, and I'm feeling it. I'm feeling that it was overlapped just a hair, and I just pulled it back. The reason I overlap it is because I'm permitting a little space for it to shrink, okay? Okay, folks, we are where we need to be. That's the reason for creating this video. Okay. Now, you see that we're overlapped there. Now, what do you do? What the heck do we do with this? And I'm going to show you what you do. We're starting a new roll, but not only is it a new roll, it's the last roll. And I just want to tell you that this wallpaper is fine wall covering by none other than York. Okay? They don't play around, folks, especially when it comes to price. York wall coverings from York, Pennsylvania. Now, here's what I want you to do. You see I'm overlapping. This overlap paper, it's no good. It's going to get cut. I'm going to splice it, okay? This is very important for wallpaper hangers to know how to splice wallpaper. By the way, I want to tell you something. Some guy wanted to work for me. I won't tell you where he's from. But he said, yeah, I can hang wallpaper. I said, okay, great. I said, he goes, I can hang 100 yards a day. I said, if I have a 10 by 10 wall, how many yards of wallpaper do I need? You know what he said to me? You know, I went to college. That was his answer. I said, okay, that's great. So did I. What is the square yardage of a 10 by 10 wall? 10 by 10 divided by 12. I said, hey, have a nice day. I kid you not. This guy, I put an ad on ZipRecruiter. He actually wanted to work for me. I said, you know, and I'm very nice. I understand people don't know. I'm not here to make fun of people. You telling me you want to hang the wallpaper for me? What's 10 by 10? 100. Divided by 12? No, you divide it by 9. Because 3 by 3 equals 9. And that's a square yard. 9 square feet. He's dividing by 12. He didn't know what he was talking about. Anyway, okay, so these are the people that are in your house hanging paper. Okay, that's why you're emailing me, questioning me, asking me, hey, how do I do this? Because they're coming to your house telling you that they know what they're doing and they don't. Okay, so now let's try to find this match here, folks. Come on. Now, if one of you could come out of the screen and just help me here, I would appreciate it. By the way, what is your favorite food for those of you who just joined in? I want you to tell me in the comments section, what is your favorite dish when you go out to eat? Thanks for telling me. Why do I want to know? Because you people are nice, and you really, you're being nice to me. I want to get to know you. Okay, folks, I have just now found the match. Okay? Now you can see that from your screen. I have just now overlapped the match, and I moved it over, and I found my match. Okay? I found my match. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to mark it because when I glue this paper, I need to find exactly where I am right here, okay? The only way to do that, unfortunately, is to make a mark across so that you can join. Okay, I'm going to make joining marks. 1, just little, 2, and 3. Not to worry because on one of the sides it's going to be completely cut off. And don't forget, we're going to put this right up in the corner here. Boom. Okay, folks, that's what we're going to do. This is a great video for you to see what I'm doing. Again, for those of you who are just meeting me on YouTube, I really love what I do, okay? I spent 20 years as a police lieutenant, as a police officer. What was it? 2000 to 2000. 9 years of which was as a police lieutenant, which was a very nice experience. And I worked up in New York City. Of course, we won't tell you what agency I worked for because we don't want to upset the department for which I worked, because they get very sensitive about telling where you work and advertising. But if any one of you wants to know me, just ask and I'll tell you. No big deal. Okay, I am now measuring the paper. I'll be right with you. We're almost done here, folks. Thanks for hanging in there. All right. Now, like we always do, we're going to mark our top, right? So folks, we're almost done here. This is a pre-pasted, very fine wall covering by York. Believe me, when they say don't overwet it, they mean it. Working in a tight area, thanks for bearing with me. Of course I could edit the video and just eliminate all of this. But this is an important part of it. You want to have a spray bottle that throws a lot of water out quickly. I suggest that you have many on hand if you're doing a wallpaper job, because the springs in them are garbage. No matter if you pay $2 for them or $5 each. They're terrible. The best ones I find are at Lowe's Home Improvement. Okay, we're ready. Now, let me let this book. Let me talk about booking. 1 sec. Okay. Remember, I have those joining points. We want to find them and match them up. I'm overlapping my wallpaper here. Okay, how much am I overlapping it? Answer is about 3.5 inches. I've overlapped it. And why am I doing that? Well, I would have done it more if I couldn't find the pattern. I overlapped it so that I can overlap it. Let me bring it up close to show you what I'm talking about. I had to match the pattern, right? So now, let me show you something, okay? You got it, right? See that? Because I don't want to waste this void here, folks. We can't be wasting wallpaper when people are paying $250, $300 a roll for it. Now, some of the paper you can't do that with. Like seashells and grass cloth. Forget it. You're going to waste it. There's no way to join it. I had a woman that paid $250, an 8-foot sheet by 36 wide. I did a video. It's my most popular video. If you go on my video and look at the most popular, it's me standing in front of this beautiful grass cloth finish with seashells. And I do a 1-minute video. Check it out. You could never do this with that, okay? So it doesn't work in every situation. But as I said in this video, it works at about 90-95% of the wallpaper that you're going to buy. I'd say 95%. Okay, back over here. You're in the box. Okay. Now, all you're going to watch me do is a splice, and then you can go. But you already have the idea. Those of you who just saw what I just did, you get it. You know all you got to do is now cut it, right? Right? That's all you got to do. This is called a stress point. Whenever the wallpaper is lifting off of the wall because of some object, we have a stress point, and you got to relieve it before you proceed further. Otherwise, what happens? You won't know where the wallpaper is really supposed to be. You got to relieve the stress points as they present themselves in the order in which they present themselves. So you relieve A before B, before C. Okay? We'll do a video on stress points and which ones to relieve. Because if you relieve the wrong one first, you're in trouble. Here's my rag. Always have to have a clean rag handy. Wiping off the wall covering. Gotta get my pencil marks off. Fortunately, this York wall covering is very forgiving. Got my pencil marks off, but hey, you gotta use them. Now you could say use tape, but no, I would have to lock one to the other if I'm gonna use tape, right? Look, you gotta sometimes put a little mark on your paper, but as long as you can get it off. You test it, you test a piece of scrap to see if it comes off. Okay folks, come on, we're doing really good here. This is a beautiful video, a beautiful instructional. Now, look, we have this thing here. Don't go by this and assume you're straight. You want to go by the forward edge to determine whether or not, before you go further, you want to see, hey, am I straight? Let's see. Water it again, it's drying. Right or wrong? Alrighty, I'm right near that electric, aren't I? You ever get zapped with electric? Forget about it. It's not fun. You never forget the feeling either. Okay, so now how we doing with this level business? Plumb, I mean, let's see. And of course, I'm using a metal level, so I am exposing myself to danger. Don't forget now, I don't want to sound like a public service announcement, but if you have a metal level, like a metal ladder too, be careful. Because you could put it up against electricity and you're going to get zapped. All right, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. I got to come out more at the bottom. Got to come out. Don't stress your paper. Lift it off the wall if you're going to move it that much. Okay? Because you'll figure out, hey man, you're gonna rip it if you stress it too much, okay? Just trying to be helpful with you. Okay, come on. Okay, let's see how I did. Oh man, it's a major problem in this wall. Perfection. Very important that when I do my cut, my final cut over that splice, we're going to call it the splice. Whenever you overlap wallpaper and then cut through both, the overlap and the underlap, that's called a splice. Perfect landing, by the way, with regard to the electricity, okay? Because, why? I don't like touching this stuff. Why? Because watch this. Quick, bam. Bottom. Let's do the bottom. Bam. All right, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, now we're over here. Don't want to cut through. Okay. I just don't like electricity. I don't like being near it. Okay. Whenever you pull wallpaper sitting up, like it's not resting, it's the stress point. You got to relieve it. A lot of it's common sense. Like you'll see it and say, I got to cut this, right? It's a stress point. Now cut away from the paper, because if you make a mistake going too fast, you're cutting on wallpaper, walls that aren't even wallpapered yet, right? So I'm going to go away from the wallpaper, just in case my blade starts freehanding, and that's happened before, folks. Trust me when I tell you. Okay. Okay, beautiful. We'll make that look pretty when we get to it. we're almost done, folks. Now, new blade. We're going to be cutting a very important cut, and we can't be making mistakes. Okay, that's a professionals. We make mistakes, but you can't be making glaring mistakes. Okay, come on. All right. Are you guys in a good position to see this? Let me move you over. Okay, let's do that. So I'm just going to take this. I'm not going to go all the way down. I want to let you see what I'm doing, and I'll finish the rest off video. I'm keeping that plastic thing into that corner because why? I want the cut to be straight. Okay? Okay, so now, you're saying, oh, Spencer, that looks beautiful. Not yet. Don't forget, we still have a splice to cut. And why did we do it, folks? We did it in order to save wallpaper so that we weren't wasting the wallpaper that goes over the doorway. We're not doing the doorway, so why waste the paper? Okay, so we got the splice cut. Check it out. Right? I want to tell you a story after I finish this. Let's see if you like the story. Now, come on, you gotta be, I want you to see this. I'm gonna have to put you back over here because it's important that you get the right angle. Okay, that's the best really I can do for you. Since you know what's going on, just watch this. Anyway, what are you folks doing for the holidays? Anything good? Let me know in the comment section. Who's coming over? Where are you going? Share it with me. I'd love to know. Okay. Alrighty. Just looking for one last tool. I want to find my firm smoother so that my cut is gorgeous. Okay. This I paid $1.25 for. I bought about 15 of them. This is an awesome firm for that cut up there. Very nice. But you really got to be careful. Okay, so we know that wherever I cut it, it's going to match up since the overlap and the underlap are perfectly one on top of the other. So you understand that. It's perfectly one on top of the other. I could go like this and cut it. Wouldn't it all match? Of course it would, and you'd never see it. So here we go. You can't see this from here, but I can see my dent with my underlap, and I see that my underlap is right here. So I know I'm going to come in between, okay? And I'm going to choose the point at which I make the cut strategically, where the least amount of connections is done, okay? You look on your paper, you might find a place that's best to cut, all right? Okay, I found mine. Let's do it. First thing you want to do is, without the guide, penetrate the paper. Okay. Because sometimes the paper doesn't get penetrated, and then you find out you're in trouble. Firmly straight, nice and straight, right down that cut. Begin your cut. Do not take the blade off the cut. Keep coming down nice and straight. Firm, firm, firm. Resist the temptation to take a break. Okay, folks. Now, I'm going to bring you back up to let you see how I did firsthand. Come on up. I'm going to do this with a rag, smoother, and a blade. Okay. I want you to see this. One. Forget, we have an underlap. Gotta get rid of it. Remember that piece? You remember that? It's junk now. Now, how did I do? if you really want to be smart, this is what I want you to do. And I don't care what type of paper you're hanging. Get some H2O. Why? Because we want to be able to slide it if we have to, which is what I find the need to do. Folks, you're watching www.spencercolgan.com, and this is Spencer Colgan as Wallpaper. That is your new cut. That is your new piece. Now, I'm not done because I wet it. I moved it slightly, and so it caused a buckle. Okay, folks. Here's my seam. I'm just working it. I'm pressing that seam down. Don't think you always got to use a seam roller. You determine whether or not each installation, if you're going to use a seam roller. How do you like it? Folks, if you like this video, click on like, subscribe to my channel, Spencer Colgan as Wallpaper, and please tell me how good I am. Just tell me how you think I'm doing. I really appreciate it. You can reach us at 813-666-7002 or at www.spencercolgan.com. Leave a comment. Like the video, and please share it with as many friends and family as you can, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Spencer Colgan as Wallpaper.